話し言葉だったらリンゴ食べたけどね僕って言えるね。そうか、英語では絶対無理なのか。
そう絶対無理。
An apple ate I は
リンゴが私を食べた。So for example, we have languages like Russians that are infamous for their consonant clusters.
Удивительный.
もうどれが母音でどれが子音かよくわからんもん。
That's the point.
動詞の形が変わらない。
ああ、
Oh yeah! Go went.
今日は実は日本語が簡単な理由について話してみるよ。
Let's find out!
こんにちは、全人類と友達になるところでした。そしてこれです。
そうです。
あるです。今日のテーマは実は日本語が簡単な理由について。これまで私たちたくさん日本語が難しいって動画作ってきたと思うんだけど、で実際に英語圏の人からね、日本語を勉強する、日本語を習得するのは難しいよね、事実として。ただ実は他の言語にはまあなかったりする日本語のちょっとルールがラフな部分というか簡単なところっていうものが結構あるよっていう話が出てきたんで、今日はそれをねまとめてみてみんなから、話してもらいたいと思います。それでは行ってみましょう。1個目、文の順番が自由。じゃああとは
じゃあ、あと
Come on, 説明 for us.
Yes, please.
When you speak in English or pretty much any other Indo-European language, you have to speak in the subject, verb, object, 順番. Otherwise, you're speaking like Yoda and no one truly takes you serious or understands you.
Okay, give me an example in English.
So like for example, I ate an apple, right?
私はリンゴを食べましたの I ate an apple ってことね。
そうそうそう。
はいはいはい。
日本語の場合は私はリンゴを食べましたって言ってもいいし、リンゴを私は食べました。
確かに。
You talk like that?
いや、書くときはダメだけど、でも統治法って言って逆さにできるよ。だからリンゴっていうのを小説の中で強調したいときとか、話し言葉だったらリンゴ食べたけどね僕って言えるね。そうか、英語では絶対無理なのか。
そう絶対無理。
An apple ate I はもう普通の話し言葉でも
That's a apple 化け物。An apple.
そうリンゴ、あ、そうか。
リンゴが私を食べた。
日本語で考えてたからそうなるな。
そうなる。
An apple, oh yeah, oh yeah.
なるほどね。
で日本語は「お」とか「わ」とかあるから文章のどこの部分かは順番が変わっても分かるけど、英語はそういう「お」とか「わ」とかっていう助詞っていう文法が存在しないから順番を気をつける必要がある。
そうね。
ああ、そうね。だから日本語を勉強したてでどっちが先だったかなってよく分かんないことがあっても、まあなんとなく伝わってくれるみたいなことね。
そうそうそうそう。
それ誰？クッキー
モンスター。
1個目は文の順番が自由でした。
I love that store.
GU.
安い。
And it's more expensive counterpart Uniqlo.
Uniqlo, yeah.
But better quality.
Another like family companies.
話膨らますのやめてくれ。関係ないか
Wait,
ら。
I thought it's pronounced goo.
Oh, it can be. It can
Is it
be.
pronounced goo or
Did you say
GU?
goo or
GU?
GU?
あ、だから膨らまない。危ない危ない危ない。次。発音が簡単。
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
その理由の一つは
おい。
日本語は母音が少ないから。
そうね。
5つしかない。あいうえおでしょ。
Oh.
So.
英語とかだったら23個もある。
やば。
Is it
All
really?
of them?
Wait, do it all.
So you know you can make
Let's go. Let's go.
すぎる。
there's like a linguistic 発音 graph that have like a you e o and those are like the main sounds that a lot of languages have, but then English has these weird sounds that like if you put it in phonetics there's like in between a and e there are a lot of sounds like a
Ah, that's true. Like we can look at the letter
Yeah.
E, and then how many different ways can you say this letter in English?
Like
E,
おう。
E, A, right? You can,
I think that one.
yeah, right? Like you can, like, everybody,
yeah.
or like,
Any word that has two ears, like meat.
oh, meat.
英語ってさ、文字見ても文字から発音は絶対わかんないじゃん。
Yeah,
いや
yeah.
ね、
Yeah.
全く同じスペルだけど、毎回ここで言うけど、ハートね、H-E-A-R-T、heart と、聞く、hear の過去形の
Heard.
heard、H-E-A-R-D って最後の一文字だけ違うのに、
Yeah, 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 yeah.
heart と heard でしょ。
Yes.
heard のここから違うから、そうおかしいって英語。
Nice.
It's also like, for example, you have bear, as in like bear arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second Amendment, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you change the B by D, and it's like, oh, if it's bear, then this must be there. But no, it's deer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's like, why?
あんまり考えたことない顔してる。
Okay.
ちょっと英語のね話が多くなったけど、
はい
っていうくらい英語実はめちゃくちゃ複雑なんや。母音だけでね、今母音だけの話してるけど、でも日本語はもうそれが全部カッってなるから、
Only 5, right?
Yeah, only
そう
five.
5個だけだから「はじめまして」でも「はじめまして」でもどっちでも伝わるよねって、さっきの話だと「sheep」と「sheep」は違うでしょ。
Right, yeah.
Right. Like, I live on a pirate sheep.
Did you get on the sheep yesterday?
Yeah.
かわいくない
Another word, because we've talked about vowels, but actually the consonants are also easier in Japanese because all of the consonants also have a vowel that makes it easy to pronounce. So, for example, you have kakikukeko, right?
Oh.
But in other languages like Russian, English too, you have words that have like consonants. Like in
Oh, yeah.
Japanese, it becomes doragon, which is actually easier to pronounce for a lot of people than dragon because.
Dragon.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z.
Dragon Ball.
So, for example, we have languages like Russians that are infamous for that consonant clusters. So, here's an example, okay?
Бдительный. Бдительный.
いやもうどれが母音でどれが子音かよくわからんもん。
That's the point. It's a 5 sounds word, right? And out of those 5 sounds, 3 are consonants. Бдительный.
How would you spell that in Japanese? Like, if you try to spell it, like, phonetically.
ビデルトにビデルトに
See, there's vowels.
Yeah.
Be
Бдительный.
あもう多分違うわ、最初がもう日本語にできないこれ。
Бдительный.
ブデルトにみたいな。ブデルトにかなやっぱり。
Right? Because
Still vowels there.
there's no vowel between B and D. It's бдительный.
子音がね多い言葉を調べてみたらロシア語のなんか用心深いっていう言葉が
そう
子音がたくさんあるっていうので、ああなるほどね。確かに子音が何個も来たら発音めっちゃ難しくなるね。
So, another reason I think we gave examples before, like 確かにどっちを言ってもなんとか伝わる。That's because Japanese is a pitch accent language.
That's
And
right.
not a stress one.
Yeah,
You're gonna sound wrong, but it's not gonna take away from the meaning.
Yeah.
right.
In English, I said this every single time we talk about this, but like contract versus contract.
Yeah.
あ
Yeah, like the stress line. Yeah. the
Right,
stress.
because like this, for contract, the stress at the beginning of the word, right? And a contract is a written contract, right?
Yeah.
契約ね。
Yeah, yeah. But if you were to say like, I wrote a contract, it's like, what does that mean? Like, contract is to...
Yeah.
Right,
does
yeah.
not compute. I
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
understand what you are
Yeah.
saying.
It's
Even though
like-
it's the same spelling.
Like, imagine, like, you know, if you're in, like, a real estate office or whatever, it's like, oh, can I please have the contract? It's like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
それが英語だったらストレスアクセントで、日本語のピッチアクセントの例えばどんな言葉で音程が変わる？
箸とか
箸。
箸
ぶどう。ぶどう。
Yeah.
めっちゃ出てくるよ。箸。箸。箸。
Yeah, because you were
Yeah.
going up and down.
Construct.
It's contract.
Contract.
It's a volume thing.
Yeah.
Not a
It's the
note.
same 音程。
ほう。Yeah.
何がなるほどなの？
I always run into the problem where, like, I think there was like this ice cream place in Tsukiji, and then I wasn't used to pitch accent, and I would say, "Oh, can I have the sake? Can I have the sake ice cream?" And he was like, What? Nothing. Yeah. You know, but it's supposed to be like sake, right? It's supposed to be the same. But a lot of Americans, they try to emphasize different parts in Japanese. Yeah.
鮭だから鮭っていうのか。
Correct.
Yeah.
英語で強調しようとして日本語のピッチアクセントのところの真似したら鮭
Yeah.
確かに
Katakana. Yeah.
あーにっていう風になるんでね、確かにとかなんかああ
そう
なるほ
多分
どということで発音が簡単でした次
Hey.
読み方を間違えない
Yeah. Phonetically consistent language.
そう
Beautiful.
日本語って絶対文字読んだら、もうそのままの発音じゃん。もうそのままって書いてあったら、そのままって全くその言葉を知らなくてももう発音できますよね。
そうです。
英語できませんっていう話ですよ。
そうです。Not even the natives can. Like, if you see a word that you've never seen before, okay? You've never heard, you've never seen, you're reading it the first time in a book. Do you know how to pronounce it correctly?
Like in an English book?
Yeah, like you see a word that you've never seen before.
You don't have to be the word you haven't seen before. Some people even pronounce it wrongly. There.
Yeah.
ネットで調べてみたけど読み方わかる？
Otolaryngol
Otolaryngologist?
Yeah, I would probably...
Like a larynx? Like a
Yeah,
otolaryngologist?
larynx, yeah.
Otolaryngologist.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Oh.
さすがネイティブ。
最初見た時に合ってるかなってちょっと不安になるくらいやっぱ英語は難しい言葉ってことだよね。
Yeah, we always have to look at the pronunciation for a lot of things in English. When I was in 5th grade, they were doing like a phonetics test with me, and I read the word commercial like commercial. Because I didn't know. I didn't know.
How would you know? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
確かに僕もナイキのことをずっとニケって呼んでたから。
そんな違うの
Isn't
Nikki is now.
小学まあ当時3年生くらいの僕はみんなが知らないブランド知ってますよと。
おーさすが。
え、すごいじゃん。ニケの帽子持ってるんだ。あと大学生になってボルクスワーゲンの車いいよねってずっとV だからボルクスって言ってたんだけど、あれフォルクスなんだね。
そうね。
I guess in the original German, it's
So-
Volkswagen.
It's
Volkswagen or
I guess in
something.
English it'd be Volkswagen.
あ、そうです。
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
ちょっと救われたじゃん。
It's okay.
Or the most infamous one, Ghibli.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That just sounds
right.
gross.
It sounds gross now.
It sounds terrible. It sounds so gross.
I used to be a plebeian and say Ghibli. I used to say Ghibli a
ギ
lot.
ブリ
Yeah.
ギブリはちょっとなんか敵な感じするな。ギブリだ。私が。読み方を間違えないでした。次。外来語が多い。
That helped a lot.
Yeah,
That helped a
does.
lot.
Yes.
So even if you don't know how to order something, you can just Japanize your English, and half of the time, more often than not, you'll find out that the word does exist in Japanese. Like you wanna ask for a drink, just say like, "Oh, drink kudasai."
ああ、そうね。
That is my inner dilemma because like I don't know if I'm being racist or not if I try to like say. I mean, I know it is in Japanese and it's written in Japanese, but from an American perspective, you know, if I try to guess like a word and it doesn't tawadu in Japanese, then I feel a little offensive.
なんで
Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, do you guys feel like that? Like sometimes, like I guess if it's a katakana word,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I don't know, 5 times out of 10, I'm correct. But sometimes, like when I was beginning to study Japanese, like this girl, she was talking about her katsura, right? I'm like, we good, man, we good, and she's like, we good, and I'm like.
わかる。
Right.
Yeah.
And so I would run into these words where like I'm trying to find the Japanese word and then
Sometimes you just 無理やりカタカナ。
Right.
yes,
カタカナが在ステーション。
Yeah.
right. And like sometimes I would guess that you could say it in Japanese, and then
In fact, there is no such word, and then it seems like.
right. If there's no such word, then I looked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
true.
So it's like a bet that I take like consistently on a daily basis
Yes,
on
yes.
whether or not
I
it
understand.
exists in katakana or it doesn't exist in katakana.
ウィッグはあるけどね、ちなみに。
Oh, really?
だから英語で使われてる言葉とかが、まあ、主にね結構多く日本語でそのままカタカナで使えるから それを勉強する必要がないってことね、まず。何がそのまま通じるだろう。あんまりもうさ、日本人で普通に生活してるからさ、これ一緒じゃんっていうのはある。
テーブルとか。
テーブル。
チェア。
テーブル、チェ
シェア。
ア、ドア、
ドア。
確かにね。
Windows ないかな。
シンク。シンクとか。
本当やね。家具とか全部英語で言えちゃうね。
ソファー。
ソファー。
そうか。
ソファ
ベッド。
ー。ライト。
My stomach is
3
いや、それない。
ガラスとか。
ガラスってもうそうか、外来語か。今まで言ってたさ、そのチェアとかデスクとかは、一応机とか椅子ってちゃんと日本語でもあるじゃん。もうガラスってでもガラスだもんね。日本の言い方がないってこと。
カメラとか。
ギリギリあるカメラ。カメラはもう使わないけどギリギリあるけど、
ガラス。エレベーター。
昇降機。
ある
ギリギリね、ギリギリ。
エスカレーター
誰も使う。動く階段。
Sometimes I get confused on the different pronunciation of Japanese words.
Yeah.
Like, for example, router, ruta.
Ruta, yeah.
Ruta, or my favorite one that I get mad about,
Consent.
jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi.
Jaguji.
Uh,
Jaguji. I'm like, oh, wait, what? What's a jaguji, dude? Oh, jacuzzi. Because
or
of the stress
yeah, the
language.
thing that drives me nuts is like zitty. Why don't you say jetty?
Yeah. That's
Jetty.
right. That's right.
Right.
Jetty.
なんか嫌な感じ。
Jellyfish.
そうそう。あ、そうか。
Yeah, yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, jellyfish. There is jellyfish.
じゃあもうさ、ゼリーフィッシュにしない？
Jellyfish.
It's just- I
美味し
don't
そう
know.
じゃない？
Kohi
Ze-
jellyfish.
Okay, that-
well, you do eat
Okay,
kurage for that one.
my point is that like they make for gairaigo, right, or katakana English, right? They make these words to make it sound like the English, more or less as close as possible, right? Like chair, table, right? But then for some reason, for jelly, you have the jet sound in Japanese,
Yeah.
but they don't want to use it. Why?
ジェは結構最近使い始めたかもしれない。
Oh, really? Oh.
I think it's because you don't have J in like Japanese words. It's like 小さい A, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's like a 最近できたもの
Okay, fine. Like, be that as it may, but it's not like that sound doesn't exist. Is my
Yeah.
point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like in Japanese, like the sound doesn't exist, right? So you have to go like ri or do or whatever, right? It's not like in Japanese you can't make the jet sound.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like virus.
Yeah.
You can't say virus. You know, I thought virus. Yeah, but yeah, bakchin instead of wakichin.
Yeah.
サッカーはサッカー。英語はサッカー。
Soccer, yeah.
Sasuka.
お
Yeah, yeah.
そうあるでしょ。そ
そっか。
Sokka. Oh yeah.
そう
そっか。
Sokka.
発音が違うから伝わらないものもあるってことよね。でその元の言葉知っててもね。
Yeah. でもね、
うん
時々英語から来ているのに英語と意味が全然違ってくる言葉もある。例えばマンションとか。友達に、私マンションに住んでますって言われて、めっちゃお金持ちじゃんって思って、ワクワクで尋ねたら、いや、ただのアパート。ただのアパー
What is this place?
マンションって居住用ビルがあって、その一室のことマンションって
ト。
いう。
違う、マンションは貴族が住んでいるような庭があって、一軒家になっている屋敷のこと。
3-story building, 5 cars, pool, tennis courts,
Indoor basketball
indoor
court.
basketball court, and a helicopter pad.
それはマン
マンション
ション。確かに、そうか、ルイージマンションのマンション、確かにそうか。
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it called in Japan? Luigi 1R? Oh, my favorite one. Domai.
う。どうも。
Domai.
省略しちゃうからね、日本語はね。
But it's like don't mind.
あ、そうか。
どん
Don't mind. I know it's shoraku, but like if you put it back into English, don't mind.
Don't mind.
Don't mind. Like don't
気
worry
にし
about
ない
it.
で。
Yeah, can you say that? Don't mind.
Isn't it like either don't worry or never mind?
Yeah, I think it's never mind. Close to never mind.
Yeah, shake it off. Or
Shake
something
it
like
off.
that.
ちなみに英語で don't mind って言ったらどんなイメージ？
Don't mind what?
Don't mind what? I don't
Like
mind.
don't mind the mess in my house, but please come in. Kind of
気
thing.
にしないで。
Like he's like, here's some chips. Don't mind if I do. That's the only place he would use it.
だから2段階わかんないよね。そもそも省略されてるから、ドンマイって何？ ってなるし、あ、ドントマインドなの略なんだ、なるほど、ドントマインドって何って2回あるんだよね。
One thing I would tell Japanese people to 気をつけて about is the use of naive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and naive in English, right? It might mean like you're just a little not smart, like you're naive and you don't have joshiki nai. Yeah, you don't have common sense. But naive can mean what? Sensitive?
So,
Yeah.
Like it's sometimes written on like shampoo bottle, or isn't it a company naive, right? And it's like sensitive. You're a little bit sensitive, right?
そうね。この動画日本語が簡単っていう動画じゃなかったっけで今調べたら日本語の 10% ぐらい外来語なんだって。
Oh, really?
Wow.
英語だけじゃなくて本当はドイツ語からとかね、いろんなところから入ってきてると思うけど、でもそこが 10% も一緒なのはさ、すごいいいよね。だって日本語の言葉 10% も英語に入ってないもんね、絶対。
Tsunami.
Yeah.
Sushi.
Karaoke.
はい、次。
Okay.
動詞の形が変わらない。
Ah.
Oh yeah!
確かに。Yes.
Go, went. Go.
日本語だったら動詞が活用しないっていうのが行くよね。私も行くし、彼も行く。英語だったら I go, but he goes.
あ
いや
あ、そうね。変わるね。
そう。で、過去形でも日本語の方が分かりやすい。行く、いた。
そうか、まあだからちょっと後ろは変わるけど、いは一緒ってことね。
英語だったら go, went.
Went.
英語おかしいって。
Went. What am I gonna say? Goed? I go. He go to
いや
the
でも
store.
ゴードが良くない？
I go there.
I go there yesterday.
Yeah.
そっちの方が嬉しい嬉しい。
And if you compare it with like other languages other than English that do, for example, for Spanish, like 全部行く, okay? Yo voy, tú vas, él, ella va, nosotros vamos, vosotros veis, ellos van. これ全部行く。
今何言ってるか全然分かってない。ジョが私で、トゥがあなたでとかっていうね。私の時はボイで、あなたの時はワスで、彼とかの時はバで、ノソトロスだから私たちの時はバモスで、ボソトロス、あなたたちかがバイスで、エジョス
彼らたち
がバンってことよね。
そう。
ああ、確かにね。英語だったら I, you, we 全部 go でしょ。でもスペイン語とかだったらそこも分かれてくるし、彼とかでも分かれてくるし、もうめっちゃ分かれるってことだよね。
そうです。
確かにそういう観点から言ったら日本語は
優しい。
優しいね。
そうね。
動詞の形が変わらないでした。
It don't change.
次、間違えても許してくれる。これどういうこと？
Because like for example, we talked a little previous on the video about immigrants going to America and learning English, right? If you have a weird accent, if you pronounce something differently, if you're using grammar in a weird way in America, I heard, I never had experience, but I heard Americans tend to be less forgiving when you mistake something, like they would make fun of you or they would tell you stuff like speak English properly.
Guilty. Sometimes they make grave mistakes and you should correct them.
You don't want an HR claim after.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah. Jinjibu Taihenyo.
yeah. There will be many claimer.
Yes.
この話についてあと一つストーリーがあるんですけど、友達が香港遊びに来て、多分アメリカ人が she was asking for some directions to certain places, so my friend was like answering her in English, and then she looked so puzzled and like confusing, and then just correct certain things and I just explained to her which way to go. After that, I just heard her mumbling, "Oh my god, her English so bad." I was like, what?
Wow! Damn!
To be honest, I don't think my friend speaks bad English. It's just that maybe she has a little bit accent, but then she still speaks pretty good English, in my opinion. But then she just turned around and said, "Oh my god, her English so bad. I couldn't even understand what she's saying."
Yeah. I think that a lot of English speakers are very unforgiving.
Oh, but the thing is, we are in Hong Kong. We are not even in the United States.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It's so ridiculous.
And then, but most of the time in Japan, we won't hear this kind of comment from any Japanese.
Dude, this Japanese is terrible.
Yeah.
If anything, you hear that from other foreigners. Like, this guy Japanese sucks. It's like,
Yeah. Even though Fuji told me that one time.
言ってないです。確かに外国人の人が くれくださいって言ってても、なんてってください一つとかって相手の目線に立って喋ろうとするよね、日本人は。
そうね。
ゼロとはもちろん言わないけど、日本よりだいぶ厳しいんだろうね。
If you're in, say, America or Canada, it's like you have to speak English, right? The expectation is that everyone speaks either English or French in Canada.
You
right?
can get away with a lot more charades in Japan than you can do in the States.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your charades is going to be, like, misinterpreted in the States much more. Like, if you just look at the menu, like, please, 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 and then the guy's going to look at you like, okay. but then, you know, in Japan, お願いします、お願いします。かしこまりました。And they're very friendly. これ、お願いします。
喋らなくてもって言ってるの、こちらですねって言って多分やってくれると思う。
Yeah.
But in Canada, America, what? What do you want? I don't understand what you're doing. What's this?
yeah. What's this? Can you speak?
Can you speak? Speak English. Speak English.
No, that's the unfortunate thing is that is an actual story that happened. Like speak English. Like where are you traveling from? I want to converse with you. Right? Like, I don't agree with that, but you know, luckily we live in Japan where they forgive us for using Hitakuso Japanese.
America, greatest country in the world.
There it is.
There it is.
どこが
God bless America.
There it is. God bless America. Everyone corrects each other.
間違えても許してくれるでした。
上手ですね。
はい、ということで今日は実は日本語が簡単な理由について話してみました。
For some reason, I feel like we made it a little bit more complicated explaining how easy it is.
I mean, yeah, because like when stuff are easy, you just kind of get them, and like anything that's easy, if you try to explain it too much, it will sound more complicated.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing this video because like you might not be aware, but your language can be very yasashi, even though it has like very difficult things in it as well.
Isn't like Japanese like objectively like the hardest language in the world though? This entire video is just moved after I said that, but
depends what your native tongue is.
okay, like the U.S. State Department, for example, they like listed all these like languages.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They ranked them based on like number of study hours required, and like French and stuff like that requires like 600 hours or something like that of like everyday study. But Japan requires like 3 times as much, like 2,200 hours, something like that. For an English speaker, it takes that amount of time, yeah.
英語話者にとってアラビア語と日本語は同じくらい難しい。
Yeah.
ちょっと無理してね、簡単なところをちょっと選んでみたけど、まあ難しいよね。
難しいですよ。難しいですよ。
でもなんかその難しい中にも実は簡単なところがあるんだよっていうのをこの動画でね、皆さん分かってもらえたらと思います。他に僕らに話してほしいトピックがあればコメント欄までよろしくお願いいたします。それでは次の動画でまたお会いしましょう。バイバイ。じゃん。
Hello.
登録
お願い
します。